Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome to Daifukuji's Bodhi Day Service. My name is Charlene Ho-Ju-Ji, and I am your MC this morning. I'm a member of the Zazen Kai, and we just finished sitting for Rohatsu, which was 8 mornings at 6 a.m. and 7 evenings at 6 p.m. And I had my good friend of 40 years come from California, and she joined me for this for her first time. And she just had an incredible, impactful experience. And she was so touched by the energy here, Reverend Jiko, the Sangha. It was just amazing for her and for us. And it's just wonderful to, we're taught to have beginner's mind, and I got to experience it through newcomers' eyes. So I'm very thankful. This service will be officiated by the Reverend Jiko Nakade and assisted by Deacon Amy Chikai Nakade. Jodo-e is a service held in commemoration of the Buddha's enlightenment nearly 2,600 years ago. After sitting in meditation under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India, Prince Siddhartha Gautama became Shakyamuni Buddha upon enlightenment. He devoted his life to serving humankind and to teaching a path of wisdom and compassion. His teachings have touched the lives of people around the world. Today, together with our many Dharma friends, we celebrate the great enlightenment of Shakyamuni Buddha. Next, we'll have the Jodo Gowasan, followed by the Jodo Goeika, by the Baikako, and the offering of flowers by representatives of the various temple groups. Representatives, the flowers are outside near the front door. When your name is called, please place the flowers in either one of the 2 vases on either side of the incense table. You may also offer a loose flower. The Jodo Goeika, is a poem which means the Buddha's heart that turned to the light of the morning star became the bright light which pervades the universe. Representing the Daifukuji Kyodon Board and Samu Group, Stephen Shodo Tanaka. Daifukuji, Fujin Kai, and Project Dharma, Joyce U. Ko, St. Arnold. Daifukuji, Baikako, Michiko, Enoroto. Daifukuji, Zazen Kai, and Dharma Keiki, Derek Kodo, and Makana Nakamura. Daifukuji Teen Meditation, Ayana Disharu. Daifukuji Dharma Study, Andrea Sho-en and Philip Jo-en Shea. Daifukuji Gift Shop and Library, Clear, Ho-un, Engelbert. Daifukuji Happy Strummers and Soulful Strutters Walking Moai, Raymond Joshua Baltero. Daifukuji Sangha Sisters, Wendy Kamara and Kim Gentry Peck. Daifukuji Zen Taiko, James Victor. Daifukuji Tai Chi Group, Philip Kakuho Hema. Daifukuji Yoga, Liz Aschenbrenner. If there are any other group representatives present that I did not call who would like to make a flower offering, please do so at this time. Reverend Jiko will now recite the Dharma words.
day of December in the year 2023 at the Daifukuji Soto Mission in Honolulu, Hawaii, we offer tribute to the Buddha Shakyamuni on this occasion of Bodhi Day, the day of his great awakening over 2,500 years ago. With deep reverence, we reflect upon his life and teachings, chant the sutras, and offer flowers, incense, and song, drawing into our hearts and minds the Eightfold Path to freedom that makes enlightenment a possibility for each one of us. May all beings throughout the universe be embraced by the Buddha's boundless wisdom and compassion, and may we, together with all beings, practice the Buddha way and awaken together. Namu Kie Butsu, Namu Kie Ho, Namu Kie So. We take refuge in the Buddha, we take refuge in the Dharma, we take refuge in the Sangha. Namu Shaka Muni Butsu, Namu Shaka Muni Butsu, Namu Shaka Muni Butsu.
Please rise for the Vandana Tisarana, which is on your program or page 17 in the green Gata book. Today's Dharma message will be given by Reverend Jiko.
Good morning. Good morning and aloha. Bodhi Day greetings to all of you, including those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel. I'm happy that we can all be here to celebrate together Shakyamuni Buddha's great awakening so long ago. As Charlene Hoju just said earlier, we just completed our Rohatsu session with daily morning and evening zazen every day from the 1st of December through the 7th, through the 8th, and every evening from the 1st through the 7th. Sangha members were here in person, all sitting in zazen together, and there are a number of Sangha members who joined us through Zoom. So Zoom has made so much possible. The compassionate silence which enfolded our Sangha was a piece which we were able to dedicate to and share with all beings from our humble temple here in Honalo. For me, this year has been an emotionally draining one, marked by all that's been going on in the world: gun violence, wars, senseless killing, political unrest, and so much hatred and fear. I think that our hearts still hurt by the destruction of Lahaina, by that raging fire that swept through that beautiful town without warning. And our hearts still hurt when we think of the suffering of those for whom Lahaina was home. Let us not forget them during this holiday season, and let us continue to offer our love and our support in ways that we can. During such times, we might ask ourselves, what can I offer to alleviate the suffering in this world? It is easy to feel overwhelmed by the scope of global suffering. My talk this morning is about a very simple offering that a young woman made to Buddha Shakyamuni a long, long time ago. As you may know, Prince Siddhartha Gautama's spiritual quest led him out of his palace, away from his family who he loved, and into the forest. He left behind all worldly relationships, possessions, and affairs, cut off his long hair with his sword, exchanged his expensive princely garments for a hunter's ragged clothes, and he sought out spiritual teachers under whom he was able to study. For 6 years, he experienced and experimented with difficult and painful practices, hoping for enlightenment. Neglecting his body in this arduous quest for truth, until he would only eat the seeds and berries which were blown by the wind into his lap and nothing else. Thinner and thinner he became until he was a mere skeleton of a man, a living skeleton, barely alive after not caring for his body for 6 years without much food, sleep, or protection from the elements. He began to realize he had become too sick to meditate and that he needed to pursue a different path and take a different direction. Slowly he pulled himself up and tried to crawl to the river to bathe. So weak was he that when he got into the river, he almost drowned. I introduce to you a young woman now named Sujata. Please remember her name, Sujata. This is actually where today's story really begins. Sujata was married to a herdsman and had just given birth to a healthy child. She decided to take an offering into the forest to the tree spirits to thank them for her healthy baby. With the finest milk from her family's cows, legend says 1,000 cows, she prepared an offering of kheer, a rich milk rice pudding which she put into a very special bowl. Entering the forest, she saw Siddhartha sitting there, thin, weak, this mere skeleton of a man, yet with a look of great determination. Here before her was a holy being, she thought. Oh, perhaps he's the king of the tree spirits himself. She decided to offer him this milk rice. Kneeling to the ground in front of him, she humbly offered him this rice milk pudding. Smiling silently, he accepted the food and began to drink this milk rice. With each sip, his body grew more and more radiant. She watched and waited, unable to speak. Finally, the being in front of her spoke. You thought I was a tree spirit, but I am only a human being in search of the truth. Your offering, given with such a sincere heart, has given me the strength to go on. Your goodness will bear positive results. I thank you. It took time, of course, for Siddhartha to recover from his prolonged fast. In time, he was able to stand up and wade across the river toward a tree under which he would sit in meditation and experience a great awakening, becoming the Buddha, the supremely enlightened one. Please remember Sujata. Without her, the life of the Buddha would have come to an end without his having attained the highest realization, without which we would not be here this morning observing Bodhi Day together. Today in East Asian countries, Buddhists create their own version of this milk rice in observance of Bodhi Day. In some cases, taking out the milk and adding beans, lotus seeds, and peanuts, whatever available in their culture and location. Sujata's sincere offering, given from her grateful heart, changed the course of the Buddha's life. A bowl of rice milk saved the Buddha from certain death, nourished his emaciated body, gave him strength to continue his pursuit of the truth. Today we must thank Sujata for her pivotal offering. Here at Daifukuji, our Sujata is named Michiko. For every service, our Michiko-san, seated right here, who's now 90 years old, prepares at home the food offering tray for the Buddha. We have a food offering tray. With great devotion, she cooks rice and pumpkin. boils tiny pieces of vegetables, ties kombu into tiny knots, prepares a clear broth, and arranges everything, including tiny sweets, on this offering tray when she comes to the temple. She tells me it's an honor to prepare this offering for the Buddha each month. And she does so with true sincerity of heart and deep devotion. I took this picture of her this morning. Preparing the rice of the offering tray. So on this Buddha Day, I wish to recognize these two women, Sujata and Michiko, who with such devotion and love prepare a food offering for the Buddha Shakyamuni. Their offerings are simple, but of the highest spiritual value. But I also think that there are many Sujatas and many Michikos in our Sangha. For each one of you brings a gift to our Sangha. Whether it's a gift of time, a gift of energy, a gift of service. You each offer something so beautiful of the highest spiritual value to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha constantly, which is why, Okage-sama, we are here. This holiday season, you may be giving gifts to family and friends, to charitable organizations, to people in your workplace, to your neighbors. Please think of Sujata and Michiko and the power and beauty of a gift that's given with true sincerity. As the Buddha said, your gift will bear positive fruit, will bring so much benefit to those around you. And these are ways in which we can help to relieve the suffering in our world by offering humble gifts with true devotion and complete sincerity. Namu Kie Butsu, Namu Kie O, Namu Kie So. We take refuge in the Buddha, we take refuge in the Dharma, we take refuge in the Sangha.
Thank you very much, Reverend Jiko. Oh, you're making me cry. I can see Michiko too, that's the problem for me. Nothing like having the MC tear up to set off the whole sangha. The Daifukuji Happy Strummers will now offer a song called Morning Star, which was composed by Reverend Jiko in 2021. The Happy Strummers is being led by Raymond Baltaro with the assistance of Henrietta Chi.
Good morning, everyone. We are the Happy Strummers, and it is our pleasure to be here with you on Bodhi Day. Please feel free to join us in our song celebrating Buddha's enlightenment, as mentioned before, composed by Reverend Jiko. And the words are on the inserts in your program.
Bringing a new dawn.
Everyone, please join me in reciting the Metta Dharma, which is on your program. We surround all people in all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly do we send out compassionate thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to all who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet are standing close to that great change we call death. We send forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. We recited that every evening during Rohatsu, or we did recite it, Reverend Jiko recited it. Please rise for the singing of the Shomyo. The words are on your program. Please be seated. Thank you so much, everybody.